I froze the moment I ran into an old friend who casually dropped a line that detonated my world. "Man, your wife was the highlight of that last partner swap night. Didn't know you were down with that kind of thing." Except I wasn't. Not even remotely. That single sentence ruptured everything. I hadn't suspected a thing. It happened at a drive-through car wash. I bumped into Ben, my old college ride or die. We used to be glued at the hip. Pizza runs at 2 a.m., hangovers cured by greasy breakfasts, late-night dreams spun under hazy skies. He looked older now, a bit rounder, a full beard, but the smile was still vintage Ben. "Jake? No way, bro." We caught up like no time had passed. Jobs, life after 30 old faces. Then, casually, he dropped it. His tone was breezy, like he was commenting on the weather, but my laugh never came. I realized too quickly he wasn't joking. He nodded, still smiling. "She said it was your idea. Staying low-key, you know? Respect." I said nothing, because in that precise moment, I grasped two truths. One, Ben believed every word. Two, my reality was a lie. That night, I didn't say a word to her. I didn't rage, didn't cry, didn't demand explanations. When betrayal runs deep, emotion is a weapon they use against you. So I stayed still, pretended, let her think I was blind. While she showered, I sat silently on our bed, eyes locked on her phone charger like it might spill secrets. And then I started digging. Her laptop sat unlocked on the table, like she never considered I might snoop. And she was right until now. In her downloads folder, docs, guidelines, consent forms, party details, guest lists. One name kept showing up beside hers, Jake's wife, but always marked spouse not attending. I didn't even know such parties existed. Meanwhile, I was her cover story. Next was her encrypted messenger app, Signal. Foolproof, except she forgot desktop notifications were on. As I browsed her tabs, a message popped up. "You're electric. Can't wait for the next round." That thread blew open the dam. Conversations, dozens, men, women, some flirty, some filthy. Compliments, logistics, photo exchanges. It wasn't a fling. This was a lifestyle. And every message invoked my name. "Jake's cool with it, just keeps a low profile. Jake's private, not into group stuff." Translation: I was clueless, and she planned to keep me that way. I wasn't just excluded. I was a prop, her cardboard husband, a name she waved like a VIP pass. That's when I decided. This wouldn't be an argument. It would be a demolition, not a fight, a reveal, a slow, surgical unmasking. So I watched, learned, waited. She used an old backup app, still synced to our Google account. It slipped her mind. Within the hour, I had access to everything. Photos, texts, invites, hidden calendars. Her world opened up before me like a novel I was never given permission to read. Hotels I'd never seen. Faces I'd never met. Outfits I'd never seen her wear. And in every photo she glowed. Not like the woman who came home to me. No, there she was vibrant, real. Here I was her husband by name only. Placeholder. I cross-referenced her trips. Writing retreats, girls' weekends. All lining up with those events. 8 parties. Each with guest lists where I was painted as the supportive, silent spouse. Even her emails claimed I was fully on board. I wasn't, but I acted like I was. Because silence is sharp. I told her I missed her, that we'd grown distant. I wanted to reconnect. She wept, said she felt seen again. She had no idea I was reading messages on her hidden phone. The one she called Midnight Fire. I kissed her while another man called her his storm. She whispered, "Thank you for grounding me." I smiled, because anchors don't just steady ships. They drag them down. I compiled evidence. Screenshots, audio clips, chat logs, GPS tracks, pictures. Then I divided it into 3 bombs. One for her family and closest friends. One for her HR department and company culture team. And one for the lifestyle community that had embraced her under lies. Each tailored, each precise. Then I sent the first email. Untraceable, anonymous, Subject line, you should know who she really is. Attached, PDFs, timelines, event logs, explicit content. People she never dreamed would see her like that were about to. Her sister, her mom, her 3 closest friends. Then I waited. She sipped coffee across from me the next morning, scrolling her feed, smiling like the world was unchanged. But I'd already heard her sister's voicemail, pulled from Cloud Sync. Claire, what the hell? You lied to everyone. Jake, you used him. I can't even look at you right now. Her mom didn't speak. She just quietly removed her from the family group chat. One friend posted a vague but cutting quote. Some masks are worn so long, they forget who they were underneath. By mid-afternoon, Claire finally looked up, puzzled. Everyone's acting weird, cold. You think something's up. I met her eyes. Maybe they found out who you really are. She laughed. Thought I was joking. She wouldn't be laughing for long. Her downfall wasn't loud. It crept in quietly. She held a role in community outreach at a major nonprofit, a field that runs on trust, ethics, and public image. I forwarded HR a revised document, cleaned of the explicit material, but overflowing with proof of deception and stolen time. They responded in under 48 hours. We're currently reviewing internal ethics violations and suspending all external-facing responsibilities effective immediately. Translation, you're poison now. She walked in that evening pale and uneasy. Something's wrong at work, she said. I kept folding laundry. Yeah, I said. That's called accountability. Her secret world, this lifestyle community she clung to, was built on principles like consent, integrity, transparency. So when I sent the moderators her messages, especially the one that read Jake doesn't need to know everything, their reply was swift and cold. She wasn't just suspended. She was blacklisted. Every group, every event, blocked, banned, erased. Her attempts to reach out went unanswered. That night, she sat in silence on the couch, staring at her screen. I don't get it. Everyone's turning on me. I leaned against the wall, because I finally told them the full story, the real one, not the filtered version you always hide behind. Tears filled her eyes. Jake, what did you do? Only what you earned. She tried to defend herself, but I cut her off. You lied using my name, played pretend while living out some fantasy. Pretended I was a willing part of it. I wasn't. I never meant to hurt you. It wasn't just hurt. You erased me. There was nothing left for her to say, because everything she'd built was now crumbling. And I never raised my voice, not once. A week later, Claire moved into her sister's spare room. No long goodbyes, no final speech. She quietly packed. I stood in the hallway and watched her load the car. A suitcase, a storage bin, and a small box labeled essentials. The smallest move-out I'd ever seen. Her digital life vanished. She deleted Instagram, but not before I saw the flood of comments. Disappointed in who you became. You used your husband like a prop. You can't preach honesty while living a lie. Then poof, her profile gone. The brand she built, the sex-positive, emotionally honest, radically authentic identity wasn't just questioned. It was obliterated. In her world, trust is everything. And she lost it all. Her job didn't fire her, but they buried her. No more public events. No more panels. No outreach. They pushed her into admin work. Quiet, invisible. A soft exile. A friend told me her new manager was clear. Keep her off anything public. She's not trustworthy anymore. That hurt more than anything I could have told her directly. And those lovers, the ones who adored her, vanished. The backup plan she assumed would be there, gone. They blocked, ghosted, or called her out. One message read, "You lied about your husband. That's not safe. You're not safe." She wasn't just exiled. She was marked, a warning to others in a community that lives on radical honesty. Now she was the example of what not to be. As for me, I wasn't angry anymore. I didn't need to defend myself. I didn't expose her, post anything, or scream. I let facts speak. I kept the house, my job, my peace. I started therapy, not because I was broken, but because I refused to let her damage infect my next chapter. I slept alone, but I slept soundly. No lies breathing beside me. Revenge isn't always rage. It's not fire and fury. Sometimes the real revenge is silence, the hush after it all burns. It's what's left when someone is forced to sit in the stillness with no mask, no audience, just a mirror and ashes. That's where Claire is now. And what I took back wasn't revenge. It was dignity. She told people I was in on it, said I supported her lifestyle. But I didn't know. I didn't agree. I wasn't private, I was kept in the dark. Used. And once I saw that clearly, I stopped grieving. I started reclaiming. Love isn't protecting someone while they erase you. Love is knowing when to take the pen away. If you're hearing this and something in your gut is twisting, listen. If you're made to feel clingy or insecure just for wanting truth, you're not the issue. You're probably being manipulated. You don't have to wait for honesty. You can plan your way out, calmly, smartly, powerfully. Because when someone betrays your trust and hides behind your loyalty, the most devastating answer isn't rage. It's the truth. And walking away as the empire they built burns behind you. I never screamed, never made her friends pick sides. I let the truth breathe, and now she walks through the ruins alone. No spotlight, no followers, no mask. And me? I walk in peace, not because I won, but because I didn't let her drag me down with her. If the story resonated with you, hit like, subscribe, and share. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for supporting stories like Lauren's, because every betrayal leaves a mark, and every lie eventually speaks back.